Yeah, so far it's been great. The guys have really worked hard. You worry a little bit, with the layoff, whether those guys will be ready to, practice and work at the standard that's required. But so far it's been great. We have really good leadership. Guys are working hard. It was a cold day yesterday, but guys responded the right way. So I'm pleased right now with the direction we're headed. Yeah, absolutely. We've talked a lot about just the opportunity that we have, playing a tremendous Clemson team. And, we're really, excited about that opportunity. So, yeah, they're a little bit different. We've never seen them, but at the end of the day, it's still football, and the guys are just so excited to be here at the Orange Bowl with the opportunity to play. So it'll be fun. Yeah, it's kind of been our method all year. It's been a revolving door at a lot of spots, so to speak. And, obviously for different circumstances, some guys aren't here. But we're super excited about the guys that are here. Those guys, want to finish this thing. And, we've had a tremendous season. And, to go out on a high note is something that these guys are really hungry to try to achieve. So great opportunity again. And I'm so happy that these guys are here. Yeah, I hope so. I guess we'll find out. I think from a mental perspective, yeah, we understand what's going on. It's not a shock. But at the end of the day, the guys have to prepare the right way, and so far they're doing that. And then obviously the big test come, Friday night. So we wish Jeremy nothing but the best. He did so much, for the University of Tennessee on the field, and but we're obviously excited about the guys that we have that are ready to play, and I'm really believing that they'll have great games and be ready to go. Yeah, I think a lot of it just depends on, how the game unfolds, but our mindset right now is we're going to put the best players out there to give us the best opportunity, to win the game. And those young guys have really come along, and you expect that just with the level of, with the amount of work that they've gotten, not just, doing bowl prep, but just the whole season. So, we're putting together some packages, and, I guess you'll just have to find out Friday night. Yeah, I mean, I think it starts there. Obviously they brought in a young quarterback, and I thought he did a tremendous job. You can see why they played him. You can see why they have so much confidence in him. I didn't feel like they missed a beat. Those guys do a great job with their RPO concepts. They have a really strong, run game. They do a great job that way. And like I said, the quarterback's extremely athletic. I think he has a strong arm. He's obviously young. He doesn't have a big body of work. But the reps that you see, you understand that, the future is bright for them. So our guys understand that. We understand it's going to be a great challenge. And like I said, they're definitely looking forward to it. Yeah, it always is. You've never seen him. You see the strong arm on tape. He definitely shows some, off schedule type playmaking skills. But until you get in the game and actually see exactly how fast he is, how strong he is, you just never know. But I can tell you this: he's definitely got our guys' attention, by what he's done on tape, and we have a lot of respect for the Clemson program as a whole. So we know he's talented. He wouldn't be there if he wasn't. And for those guys to put him into the championship game and thrust him into that role, we understand the type of confidence that they have in him, and we understand that we're going to have to play our best game to be able to, try to control him. Yeah, well, like I said, to do it in a championship game on that type of stage was obviously shows the confidence that the coaching staff has in him. And, now he's had a whole week of, or 2 weeks or whatever it's been to prepare, for the bowl game. So I'm sure they'll have him ready to go. And, it's our job to make sure we got our guys ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, I like Elijah. And Elijah Herring has played some football for us, obviously, this season. We're literally just talking about him. He's a guy that was an edge guy for the most part, coming out of high school. And, it's been a learning curve for him, being able to make the transition from outside to inside. But, every week he seems to getting better and better. He's a big, strong kid. Football is extremely important to him. So I think the future is bright with him. I think he's going to have a chance to be able to help this team in a larger role, moving forward. And, we're obviously happy he's here. Caleb Perry's made some strides, another linebacker who, played a lot of the bulk of his work on special teams. And, we feel good about the direction he's headed in. So, I could really say that about a lot of the guys. Christian Harrison, corner for us, out of Atlanta, Georgia, has done some really good things for us. Again, probably got his lion's share of work on special teams. But, when you look at the bowl prep, the confidence that he's starting to show, we think he's, definitely a guy, again, who will have a bright future. Yeah, John is exactly what we thought he would be. Extremely athletic. He's long, has what I would consider, elite ball skills. I think he has a really bright future. Very athletic. Obviously, just like most freshmen, some things that he has to get better at. But just the short window that we've had him, it's going to be exciting, to watch him develop. Yeah, absolutely. It has to be, for us to go and not just go, but stay, where we want to be. It's going to start with us building the thing the right way with a great foundation. And it's no mystery, it starts up front for us. The defensive line is always the tip of the spear. We wanted to identify some edge rushers that can win one-on-ones, guys that had natural twitch. And we felt like we found that, in our recruiting class over the last couple years. And, once you get that solidified, you want to make sure that you got enough guys on the back end that can play one-on-one coverage, make plays in space, and then find some linebackers that can lead and put the whole thing together. So we feel like we have a really strong foundation that we're building. So it's exciting. Yeah. Yeah, just great leadership. He's obviously played a lot of football. He's a big, strong kid from an athletic perspective that actually has some really good, spatial awareness. So I think it'll be a good bridge, for some of the younger guys that are getting in that we think will be extremely talented. But you'll have an older guy that has played a lot of football that seems to be a good leader. He was a captain there at BYU. So we're excited about not only what he brings from a leadership perspective, but obviously a talent perspective as well. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. You want to be able to alternate and roll those guys on all three levels. We obviously play a style of football where we're going to play extremely fast, and you're always going to play a lot of snaps. And for us to be playing at the level that we need to play at, our guys need to be able to be fresh as they can be. And we were able to do that a little bit more up front, like you said, from the secondary perspective, a little bit because you had to. But we were very much stagnant on the inside linebacker position, and we think moving forward we will not be. Again, I'm excited about those freshman linebackers we got coming in, and I think the future will be extremely bright. Yeah. Shoot, just athleticism, twitch. We obviously, we're not tackling right now and things of that nature, but, just in terms of just their overall athleticism, the speed, to be able to diagnose the play, get downhill, all the things that we thought we saw in recruiting, is really come to fruition based on the small body of work that they've had through these couple of days of practice. But I think the next piece is obviously the physicality that'll come when we get going. But no, these guys haven't disappointed at all. I think as they continue to get stronger, learn our system. I think again, we'll have three of the most outstanding linebackers, definitely athletic linebackers in the country.
Tim, how involved are you in the process of kids making a decision on whether they go pro, whether they stay here at Tennessee in the era of the transfer portal? How much are you having those discussions one-on-one with those kids to try to see what your roster might look like next year?
Yeah, we're definitely, we're part of the puzzle, but ultimately, it's a lot of people that are involved in it, a lot of stakeholders, so to speak. But, you like to think, when you went to battle with these kids, over the last, 2 years for some of them, they value your opinion, and ultimately we want the best for those guys. So, yeah, we're definitely a part of the puzzle, but ultimately, it comes down to the kid and, his family and, making the best decision for them.
Dejon Terry in his development this year, why has he been a more effective player for you?
Yeah, he just works extremely hard. He's a humble kid. All he knows is work. I mean, that's the honest to God truth. And we talked about after last season what we saw as his liabilities. And where we thought he needed to get better, and how he can improve. And he's the type of kid who took it to heart. He worked at it extremely hard, and I think you can obviously see it in his play. And it's going to be key for him to, finish the season the way he started it, because we felt like he's really had a tremendous season. He just needs to close the season out. We think he will.
I'm sorry if you were asked this earlier, but what's the balance between getting young players reps, but then also getting guys prepared for the opportunity in this big bowl?
Yeah, it is a balance. I think Coach Heupel's done a tremendous job that way. We obviously had to get our work in to get prepared for the bowl game. But whether it's on the front end or the back end, or a small time during the course of practice, we make sure that we had a chance to identify and get the young guys in, so we can get a closer look at them, make sure that we're, starting their development the right way. And it's been good. It's unique. I think those young guys have shown enough that, we're pleased with, who we've signed, and we definitely think the future is bright.
You mentioned the incoming linebackers. We talked about them a little bit. Overall, on defense, how do you view the class you just signed in terms of filling needs, but then improving the roster moving forward?
Yeah, I think for what we've seen, and we had, probably 90% of those guys in bowl prep. We think we've gotten a lot more athletic in some spots, particularly for young guys. Obviously they got to get stronger and all those things, but the reality of it is the talent is there. And, it's no secret how we want to build this defense. We want to build it from the front to the back. And, being able to continue to develop edge guys, a couple interior guys, and get more athletic, get faster, was a priority for us the last two classes, and we feel like we've addressed that. And then this class in particular, as we mentioned, the linebackers were important because we feel like we've got some corners, we got the guys up front. Now we needed some guys that could quarterback the whole defense, guys who had the leadership skills that you need to be successful at that position, and obviously, just the overall talent. So we think those three linebackers bring a lot to the table, and, we think those guys are going to be tremendous for us moving forward.
What do you think about your coordinator on the other side, Alex Golesh, getting the head coaching job at USF?
Oh, it's awesome. I've known Alex, for over 10 years, and, there's not a harder worker in the country. He's a bright mind. I know UCF has got a great one there, and he's definitely going to get that program headed in the right direction.
Do you, even though you have that friendship and everything, it's very standard for coaches to kind of try to bring guys that they're familiar with. Is there a little bit of nerves? Like, man, I hope we have to steal any of my guys over here.
Yeah, you like to think, we always want them to win, but just don't take all of our good coaches. So, no, it's kind of the unwritten rule in the profession. The guys understand, who's untouchable and who isn't. So, but yeah, I wish Alex nothing but the best. I know he'll do a tremendous job, and we're obviously rooting for him. Yeah, appreciate you.